Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about circular flow, in the circular flow of the economy. We're going to relate it back to the game that we played about Econoland, and you'll see how that all relates and why that wasn't just a crazy, chaotic thing to do, but actually, hopefully, will show us some stuff about the way the economy works. But first, we're going to review just a little bit about financial capital and capital. Remember that capital resources are resources that are used over and over again throughout time that only have to be replaced after a long time. And capital also refers to money that is used to start or grow a business. But how do businesses get financial capital? It might seem like, oh, this is a great idea. I'm going to start my own business. I just need to get some capital. Well, how would you actually go about doing that? Take just a minute, pause the video, and think about how you would get financial capital. Before we discuss your answers, let's think about what happens to your money when you put it in a bank or you invest it somewhere in a stock or something. Does it just sit in a safe and wait for you to take it out? No, we already talked about that. Businesses use it to expand, produce more goods, open new stores, or invest in new companies. And if we go to this aspect of it, remember that most financial institutions are considered businesses, that commercial banks are a business that are trying to make a profit, savings and loans are businesses trying to make a profit, and stock brokerages are businesses. So they're taking it and they're trying to expand their own business, and sometimes that's by investing in a different kind of business, like my cupcake bakery. But when you put the money in a financial institution, it doesn't just sit there. Even a credit union that's not for profit is still investing in other things so that it can pay interest on your money and it can pay its employees and stuff. So your money's never just sitting still. In our economy, your money is always moving, and that's why it's called a flow. So if you want to start a new business, you might need to go to a bank to get a loan. That's one place that you might go to get financial capital. But the money might be out of somebody else's savings account. In fact, it probably is, because when you put your money in the bank is then using it to give to an entrepreneur who's using it in a business. So your money that you're using for your business is out of somebody else's savings account, or because it's not sitting still there. So again, our definition of financial capital is that individuals and businesses saving and investing provide financial capital that can be borrowed for business expansion and increased consumption. Or financial capital is money. Here's a part of the circular flow, the part that we talked about with Econoland, where we had the households that owned the resources and sold their resources to the businesses. The businesses combined the resources to make a product, and then they sold the product back to the consumer, who paid money to the business, and the business then bought more resources and made more products to sell to the consumer. So it is a continuous motion of money, and it continues on and on and on like that. So resources, goods, and services and money flow continuously among households, businesses, and the government in the United States economy. Again, this model here is showing just the households and the businesses, about how the households own the factors of production, that we own the resources, and then they give it to the businesses either by investing or by buying and consuming those products. And then the businesses take that money and they give it back to the households in forms of goods and services, or in terms of the income that they might be making. And then the households buy more products, and they sell more resources to the businesses. The businesses make more products and sell them back to the households. Here we see it again, the circular flow model of the economy, but this is still just with the households and the businesses. That the households sell the factors of production, businesses make products, sell it back to the households. Okay, so where do people save and invest their money? This part is a bit of a review. That they save and invest their money in financial institutions like commercial banks that are for-profit, savings and loans that are for-profit, and they're based mostly in people's savings accounts and personal loans, and in credit unions that are not for profit but also participate in the same functions of financial institutions. And the one that's not listed here is stock brokerages, where people invest in stocks. And remember that financial institutions receive deposits and make loans. They earn profits when the borrowers pay interest on the loan. So when they lend the money to a bank, they make a lot of money back on the interest. Sorry, when the bank lends the money to a business, the bank makes the money back when they pay interest on that money. And they encourage people to put money in the savings account by saying that they, by paying interest on the money that they put into savings accounts. So, individuals and businesses saving and investing provide financial capital that can be borrowed for business expansion and increased consumption. Again, individual and business saving and investment provide financial capital that can be borrowed for business expansion and increased consumption. In the circular flow, the role that the individuals or households play is that the individuals own the resources used in production. They own the capital resources, they own the natural resources, and they own the human resources that need to be combined to make a product. Individuals sell the resources, and then they use the income on those resources to purchase other products. The government comes into play with individuals because the government collects a portion of individuals' earnings, and that's called income tax. Every year, people have to file personal income tax, and a portion of your earnings goes to the government. It's usually a percentage, so if you make less money, you pay less in income taxes. If you make a lot of money, you should pay more in income taxes because it's a percentage of your income. The business's role in circular flow is that the businesses buy the resources from the individuals or from the government. They make products that are sold to individuals, other businesses, and the government, and then they use the profits that they make on that to buy more resources. So again, the business's role in circular flow is that they buy resources, they make products that are sold to individuals, other businesses, and the government, and they use those profits to buy more resources. Businesses also have to pay taxes to the government. The more money the business makes, the more money it pays in taxes. So that's two different ways that the government gets tax revenue. It gets it from individuals through income tax, and there's several different ways the businesses have to pay taxes. They pay income taxes, they pay what's called payroll taxes based on the number of people they employ, and all that money goes to the government for the government to provide goods and services. So the government's role in the circular flow is that the government uses tax revenue from individuals and businesses to provide public goods and services. They also use tax revenue from individuals and businesses to buy resources. So again, the government uses tax revenue from individuals and businesses to provide public goods and services. And those flow back to both the individuals and to the businesses. So when we look at the circular flow model, the government services, people benefit from them, and businesses also benefit from them. If you have a business and you need to get your product to the stores, you're going to use those roads that the government has made to get your products to the store. So the business is benefiting from that public resource. Just like if you're an individual, you're also benefiting from that road. So that's how the arrows go back to the people and the businesses in the economic flow in that circle. And then they also use the money, the tax revenue from individuals and businesses to buy resources. So the government hires people, right? So they are buying a human resource from individuals. I'm a teacher. I get my paycheck from the government. So they are buying a human resource from me. Also, though, with your school lunches, the government is buying products from the people, the businesses that make those foods and products to then serve in the public school. So they're also buying resources from the businesses. So I'm trying to explain why the arrows go back and forth in the circular flow. And just as a reminder, public goods and services are things that individuals and businesses use and enjoy, like roads, parks, schools, police, library. They're things that many people benefit from at the same time, and also that it's more efficient for the government to organize and make than it would be for individuals or businesses to do on their own. So what's important to understand about this? Resources, goods, and services, and money flow continuously among household businesses and the government in the United States economy. And the graphic organizer on the back actually shows this better than this graphic does, because we still don't have the government in here, but we'll talk about that in a second. So, just based on what we talked about, I want you to kind of draw out your thoughts on how you see this. So draw a quick diagram showing how resources, goods, and services, and money flow among individuals, businesses, and the governments in a market economy. Then you're going to answer these 3 questions, and we'll go over them in just a minute. And then I want you to look at this graphic organizer too that's on the back of your notes, because this is the one that has the government in it as well. So I want you to look at your notes and write what the individuals do and how that flows to the businesses and flows to the government, what the businesses do and how that flows to individuals and then flows to the government, and then what the government does, how they get their income from individuals and businesses, and the services that the government produces for individuals and businesses. Take just a few minutes to do those things, and we will talk about it as a class.